Hi, this is Derek Dean with Studio MMA and MMA Newt, and I'm with Jorge Gurgel. I hope I said it right. He ran it by me. I'm American. I slaughter everything. You have a fight in 2 weeks coming up. Where are you at in training now? What do you, as a fighter, what do you do now? Everything's in the books, or are you still training hard, sparring hard, or do you slow it down, or what do you do as a fighter?
I'm still training hard. I still go 100% until a week out of the fight. As you can tell by my face, I've been working hard on my head movement and got 2 black eyes. But I have one more hard week of training, and then the week of the fight, that's when I really take it easy, let my body recuperate. But as far as physically and mentally, I've never been in the best place. So I can't wait for August 12th. I'm going to burn that roof down on the palms. You mark my words.
Now, when you take that week off, like me when I train, I'll take a week off from Jiu-Jitsu and I'll go back. When I come back, I don't feel sharp. How do you feel when you take a week off? Do you just kind of go through the motions and just don't go hard, or how is it for you?
No, maybe we train differently. But I think we train so hard to the point where usually it starts getting sloppy from we being so tired and training so hard. When I take that week off, I get actually hungry to fight, hungry to train. So it motivates me to get in there, and I get crisper and actually better and sharper because my body's rested. I've been in the game for 12 years, so I have it down right. So I have 25 pounds to cut still from today. I'm 180 pounds, walk around weight at 180 pounds, and I have no problem cutting the weight. I know it's going to be a tough cut, like always is, but August 12th we're going to see the best Jorge Gurgel ever.
When do you start your weight cut? Do you start it now, or do you wait last week, and how do you do it? Dieting and running, or what works for you?
It's mainly water cut. I do a lot of I drink 2 gallons of water a day. I limit my starches, which is my oatmeal, my carbohydrates. I've done it. From trial and error. Rich Franklin and I have it down to the science. As long as we keep it with the program, I'll hit 155 pounds on the dot with no problem the day before the weigh-in. So it's hard, but we did it so many times. It's a mental test, and mentally I'm tough, so I'm ready to go.
Now, when someone's as good at jiu-jitsu as you, what do you do? Like, do you still train really hard in that, or do you focus on other areas, and do you bring guys to you? Because you run your own school, don't you?
Yes.
So how do you get people to challenge you in jiu-jitsu prior to a fight?
That's a very good question, but I have a school of animals, to say the least, and I have 8 UFC veterans in my school. They are my students. I have Rich Franklin there. I have my wife, Zoila Gurgel, which is the world champion, but I don't really train with her. I have Dustin Hazlett, jiu-jitsu master. John Stutzman is my best student. So I have about 6 or 8 black belts that if you don't bring your A game to my school, Matt Brown is trained there, Justin Edwards trained there, Chris Lytle now, Matt Mitrione are trained there. So if you don't bring your A game to my school, it doesn't matter if it's my school, I'm gonna get my butt kicked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm covered. I'm covered.
Now, how is it here in the Midwest? It's easier to have a bigger academy. Rents are lower. You go to California, every gym you go to is this tiny little gym. Do you prefer it out here? Or did you ever think about branching out to other places?
I do have 10 affiliate schools.
Oh,
I have my main school, and I have 10 affiliate schools in the Midwest. I have one in Germany, Munich, and one in Canada. So we already branched out. I've been branched out for a long time. The main school obviously is in Cincinnati, where they have over 1,000 students, and it's 10,000 square foot. But it's, like I said, it's a big school. The professional fighters train a separate time. So at 3:30, 4 times a week, the school is completely on lockdown for the pro fighters. So it still is mainly a competitive fighting school. It is a business, it pays the bills. People love to be part of it. But actually running camp in my school and having everybody participate and look from far away, Rich training, myself, Dustin Hazel, Edwards, Matt Brown, now Mitrione, everybody training, actually feeds my students. They feel like they're part of something, contributing to the training. So the energy is always so high, the level of training is so high. I really don't feel bothered in any way, shape, or form. My students actually giving me a lot of motivation to do my best.
Now, do you get a chance to see the amateur students, the ones who, maybe they want to fight, maybe they're thinking about it? Do you get a chance to select from them and say, why don't you come with us, try this out, see if it works for you?
Another great question. Yeah, we have a protocol and a rule of conduct and also a rule of performance. The students that are amateurs that decided to participate in pro practice, they have to be invited by me personally or by the Thai coach or John Stutzman, which is my lead jiu-jitsu instructor. If they say they're good enough, we decide, he's ready to the pro practice. We throw them with the pit bulls, and if he survives and enjoys it, he will continue coming to the pro practice. If not, he goes back to class and see what kind of waters he's swimming for a day, and he decides to come back when he's ready. But usually it's like graduating, you know. First grade, second grade, third grade. When you get to a level where you can hang with the big dogs, we throw you the big dogs.
Now, your jiu-jitsu, and you mentioned Hazelton, I said it wrong, I'm pretty sure. You guys all have accelerated, aggressive jiu-jitsu. You don't have pull guard, hold guard, position, hold position. Do you even enjoy watching that? I mean, I know it's a game of chess, but you watch some matches where guys just hold a position. Do you just want to, do you train your men the same thing? Go, 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 you know, fight for a submission and you'll get a better position, or what do you do?
What is your name?
Derek.
Derek, I'm impressed. Your questions are actually good. And I'm gonna get sick of answering the same old questions all the time, but this is a great question. As you see, you know, if you see from background in Brazil, you know, the De La Riva guys always play bottom guard.
Yeah.
You know, the students usually are a clear reflection of the instructor. So, no, we don't fight to secure position. We don't fight to lay and pray. None of my students, it's to submit and to finish. Same with the striking, it's for the knockout. Same with the wrestling, it's for the hardcore going out and takedown. We are a student of school of go, 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 because I created my team and they see how I fight, they see how I used to compete in Jiu-Jitsu circuit. As a matter of fact, I stopped competing in Jiu-Jitsu with the gi because people are celebrating so much, getting a takedown, getting a half a guard pass and winning by advantage, and celebrate like they won the World Cup. You know, it's very unfortunate to fight. I don't want to fight like this. I don't want to fight wrestlers. I don't want to name people out there. They're very content in the getting a takedown and hold you for 3 rounds and get up like they're the world champions. No, I'm very happy to fight Joe Duarte, which is a guy that's going to come out guns blazing to knock my head off, and I'm going to do the very exact same to him. I'm going to come out guns blazing. This is going to be a bar burner, and I'm try to knock his head off. My students expect this out of me. They train the same way I do, and I'm not changing the way I am. You know, it's a reflection of my students, are a reflection of myself. And when you step in JG MMA Academy, expect nothing but 100 miles an hour from everybody.
Now, I have last 2 questions because I know you got other things to do. One is, you're a businessman as well.
Yes.
Now, when you take a fight, you see a lot of Mundials and Pan Ams. Top-level jiu-jitsu guys won't take chances because if they don't perform well, they don't get as many students. They don't, you know, if they don't win the gold medal, they might lose students. Now, you don't fight with that in mind. You just fight. So you say the same thing to everyone. Don't fight with, I might lose students if I win, lose, or draw.
That's good. I never thought that way, not for 1 second. That is correct. People think that way. I see a lot of times. The only reason that I haven't competed in Jiu-Jitsu with the gi and everything else is because I'm completely ingrained and involved in being the best mixed martial artist I can be right now. My career as an MMA fighter is not going to last another 10 years, and I've been in the sport for 12 years. As soon as I'm done with MMA, I'm right back in the Jiu-Jitsu circuit, you know, with the gi, competing with the gi. And my school is different than most schools, you know. You mentioned the East Coast and California. The mentality is different in the Midwest. I love my school more than anything because no matter if I have a bad day, good day, good fight, bad fight, my students and everybody in there loves me unconditionally. They love me for the way I teach. They love me for the passion that I have for the sport. I feel the love every time I walk in there. High five everybody. I know everybody by name. I see my students as part of my family. I don't see my students as dollar bills. And for people that are running their schools there in the East Coast and see that and think that you lose competitions or you don't perform as well and lose students, it has nothing to do with performance. Treat your students like family instead of money, and they will love you unconditionally.
Now, this one's a touchy question, so if you want to just, hey, I'm not answering, I know or I don't know.
Any questions, I hold nothing back.
I was talking to my instructor today, Carlson Gracie Jr., and yeah.
You're training Carlson Jr. Hi, yeah. Carlson Jr.
Now, going forward, not this tournament in August, but going forward, Illinois is going to implement all the tournaments, whether you're white belt, blue belt, green belt, yellow belt, you have to do a steroid test. Do you think that's going to hurt the smaller shows? I understand worlds, black belt level worlds, do steroid tests, but these low shows, just little amateur white belts, should these people be drug tested in your opinion? I mean, do you think it's going to hurt the sport a little? Because if you're a 150-pound white belt steroiding, you got all sorts of problems. You just got all sorts of life problems.
I think it doesn't matter what it is. If it is competitive sport, it should be trained from the beginning. I just told you, your students are a reflection of the main instructor. It doesn't matter if you're a white belt. In 5 years, you can be a champion blue belt in another, or purple belt or brown belt in another 5. So why start in the wrong path?
Yeah.
You know, if you're gonna start testing everybody. As a matter of fact, I'm fighting 2 weeks. 3 weeks ago, the Nevada Athletic Commission called me and said, George, you got 24 hours to show up at a lab and do a urinalysis test for steroids and illegal substances. I was thrilled. Most people would be like, what? And I was like, absolutely, tell me where to go. And it goes, your opponent, Joe Duarte, is going to be tested as well, and a couple other people. That means from the time you signed the dotted line to compete, you are subject to be tested for illegal substances. I am 100% for it. I don't think cheating should be allowed any way, shape, or form whatsoever. And if the Jiu-Jitsu people are going to start Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, it doesn't matter. If it's a competitive sport and illegal substances are not allowed, it should be tested.
I agree 100%. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Take care.